Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Better late than never, but we're doing it. We are here. It's all good. Alrighty. Hopefully everybody had a good Valentine's Day. My mindset is whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're married or not, just show love to people. I think that's where people get misconstrued when it comes to any specific holidays. Show love to people. Be good to people. And even if people try to screw you over and whatnot, good things will come back to you tenfold. That's my mindset. Alrighty, so today's word of the day is very simple. It is hideout. Stands for a place of shelter or concealment. Now, with the world of social media, it makes it easier for us when we're not on the clock at our jobs or we're not at school to hide out, get away from people. A lot of people just go to work and go home. I'm not mad at that. Me personally, I'm all for that because for a lot of people, it keeps them out of trouble. It keeps them away from a lot of drama. But for me, there was a time in my 20s, because most people in their 20s, they partied like rock stars. They was doing their thing. They was out there. In my 20s, I was grinding. I was getting money. I was making money moves. I was working 24/7. Okay, I was working 2 to 3 jobs. For 1 year, I worked 3 jobs, 2 jobs during the week, one job on the weekend. I had no such thing as a social life. And I was cool with that because back then, especially, I was kind of, in your 20s, everybody's different. Me specifically, I was actually kind of scared of the world. I didn't even go too far. It's from where I lived at, 30 to 40-minute radius. I was constantly on the go, constantly on the grind. But for me, it was cool because I would read. I was discovering social media at the time. Back then, talking to people on the phone, whether it was male or female, helped pass the time. But in a sense, it was like a great hideout because, especially when I was a security guard part-time, and I was in an empty building. For the most part, I could hide from the world. I loved every single moment of it. It was peaceful, it was quiet, it was a beautiful thing. I was able to hide from the world, no drama, no issues, did my thing. But the last 10 years of my life, I've discovered more of America. I've been to I've been to one foreign country, Canada, which is basically America and Europe part 2. But there's a big, beautiful world out here. I want to see it. And I still have I'm an introvert, so I still have my moments where I just want to be at the house with my dog, chilling, enjoying a good show, good movie, whatever the case may be. I know there's a big, beautiful world out here. I don't want to hide from it. I want to go explore it. And I implore everybody to go do that. Because doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, seeing places you've never been to, is the ultimate goal of life, blessing of life. It makes us more refreshed. You know what I'm saying? That's my personal opinion. Killer Mike. Today's quote of the day is by Killer Mike. He says, "I prefer a real villain to a false hero." I agree with that. The older I get, I respect grown-ups, specifically men, who can just be honest and straight up with who they are. Me coming from the DMV, there's a lot of fakeness. I think that probably the areas where you have to see the most fake people on the planet is the DMV area in Los Angeles, California, or California as a whole. Well, I'll say LA. And the reason why I say that is because, look, I just came from LA. I love Los Angeles. Love Los Angeles. But you have a fecal Hollywood culture. Now, when you get away from Hollywood and you go to like Compton, Watts, Inglewood, South LA, if you're in East Los Angeles, Long Beach, that's where the real Los Angelinos reside at, the people that, once you get away from the tourist areas, once you get away from people who are not, for the most part, quote unquote, celebrities, you're around realness. And that is what I prefer to be around. I was talking to somebody who's from Alabama, and he was just like, when he was talking about racism, and he was just like, well, that's the beautiful thing. He's like, I grew up in the Deep South. That's what he was saying. He's like, he's like, racism in the Deep South is straight up in your face. So if somebody does not like you because of your race, they're going to let you know. They're going to be straight up with it. And I prefer that because for somebody who tries to hide who they really are, they end up always doing way more damage to you than somebody actually telling you who they are and why they are. So honesty is the best key of who you want to be. It's like relationships. There are some men and women out there that just want to have sex and have a good time. There's nothing wrong with that. And when you admit that, it is what it is. One of my favorite comedians, Corey Holcomb, I just had the pleasure of seeing him last Friday. He's that way. And he laughs at married men who can't speak their mind and can't be who they are, can't be who they are when they're around their significant others. And I always say, look, 60 to 70% of married men that I encounter, I'm like, yeah, I would not want to live your lifestyle. I'm not mad at you living the lifestyle that you live. I would not want to live your lifestyle because you're basic, boring. You can't go to the bathroom without your wife's permission. I don't vibe with that culture. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's who you're going to be. Bravo. Me personally, I can't roll like that. But everybody's different. So now do the great thing for things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care.